breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Lawrence to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. Man open downfield, it's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Jacksonville.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Lawrence steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Khalil Mack charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Going to throw on. Great, and he goes down once more. Dwayne Smoot providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Complete to Christian Kirk. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Josh Lambo now for the point after. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone. There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence from his end zone. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Hopkins' kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Jacksonville.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. But to throw again is Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception. The Charger drive about to get going. And
either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? For quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And out across midfield down to the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The 1st down run got 5 here. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Draw play. It's Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Jaguars take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Herbert just beat the play clock. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Chad Muma fighting all the way through and getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Another tote for ETN. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Sports. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From the 36, Lawrence. He's got Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Running out of the gun with ETN. to about the 26 here.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, he certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chargers 10. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trayvon Walker in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. ETN up the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Lawrence throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Fuller. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Chargers 10. Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they will take a knee here. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jaguars season will continue at least one.